Welcome back once again to the Simple Skating series. Today we get to look at some great games. Really great stuff here. Right here we got really great stuff. We've got Tony Hawk's Ride, Tony Hawk's Shred, Tony Hawk's Motion, Tony Hawk's shit fucking games. Yeah. So today we're looking at all of the really fucking terrible Tony Hawk games. And that's the reason why this video has got a title the way that the title is, you know? It's just, yeah. We're looking at really shitty Tony Hawk games today. I'm not ready for this, but here we go. Let's just dive right in, shall we? So the first game we have here is Tony Hawk's Motion, a game that I was unable to play myself due to the fact that there's no way of me playing on an emulator as it requires the Nintendo DS's motion capabilities. But I can speak about it from a point of view of why, you know, why, honestly, just fucking why, right? So you have snowboarding and skateboarding gameplay. It is by no means anywhere near the same kind of enjoyment level as something like American Skaterland on the DS. It's not even the same fucking level as Proving Ground on the fucking DS. It's a burning piece of fucking shit. So yeah, imagine playing a Tony Hawk's game where you have to control the fucking board with your DS. You move your DS around like a fucking spastic and to try and do tricks and other stuff. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine fucking doing that. It's a fucking mess. I can't imagine it being good in the fucking slightest. Honestly, whoever thought this was a good idea is a fucking retard. He's a fucking moron. Why? Just why? Let me just talk about how fundamentally stupid this is, right? A Tony Hawk game that's on the Nintendo DS is supposed to be a portable Tony Hawk experience. Yeah? A portable Tony Hawk experience. That's what this is supposed to be. Right. Yeah, right. So with American Skaterland, it succeeds in doing that and does a pretty good job of doing it as well. With Proving Ground, it even exceeds in doing that to an extent. Even with fucking Skate It, which I talked about previously, does a pretty good job of having a portable skateboarding game. This is not how you make a portable skateboarding game. You don't make it so that when you're in the car and your parents are driving to, I don't know, your fucking grandma's house or whatever the fuck, what situation there would be where you would want to fucking play this game, you would have to fucking move your hands around all over the fucking car, and your dad looks behind you and looks you dead in the eye and go, "What the fuck you doing, you fucking retard?" Yeah. So, yeah, I don't understand this. It just makes no sense to me how this is appealing to anyone, really. More than just as a gimmick. And it's not even a good gimmick, which we'll get into. There's some other not very good gimmicks coming up as well. So yeah, complete waste of fucking time. Don't ever try it. Don't ever buy it. Next up is Tony Hawk's Ride. Once again, I didn't play this game. I do actually own this game. I managed to get it for a reasonable price. All complete, the whole package, right? The whole fucking package, board and game. Right, and I just could not be fucking asked for the life of me to play this game. Because I was like, why do I want to go through the extra effort? The copy of the game I had was sealed. The fucking whole entire thing I had was sealed. Like I got literally a brand new copy of Tony Hawk's Ride. The board is intact, completely looks brand new. Why would I want to fucking open that and just, you know, devalue it from being what it is now? Which we would devalue it a fair amount. I know what this game is like. I know what it's like. I remember seeing the reviews when this game came out, and I'm so fucking glad I didn't buy it at the fucking time, if I'll be completely honest. It's a fucking dumpster fire. They decided to make a motion control skateboard. Now, why? Why would you do such a thing? Now, if this was a Wii exclusive Tony Hawk game, I would be fine with it because it didn't have the Tony Hawk fucking peripheral, the skateboard peripheral. Instead, it focused with the Wii Fit motion board, the balance board, or whatever the fucking hell you want to call it. Right? If it had that, I would be that's acceptable, right? You know. But it was a spin-off, right? I thought I'd just transition into Shred here, just because literally it's the same fucking game. But yeah, what is it to say? Right, like I said, if they made it as what I said, a spin-off for the Nintendo Wii, but still had a main Tony Hawk's game, I don't think I'd have an issue with this as much, right? But no, this is a mainline Tony Hawk game. They made a stupid fucking peripheral that didn't fucking work half the time because the sensors were fucking dog shit. I'm not even joking. You couldn't even pull off the complex tricks. You could only pull off simple tricks when playing the fucking game. It's a fucking dumpster fire. And I don't think Robomodo was up to the task at this time. It just feels like these games, if you took away the peripheral, both Tony Hawk Ride and Tony Hawk Shred are about an hour's worth. If you were able to play them with normal controls, about an hour's worth of fucking gameplay, but because you have to play with the peripheral, it artificially lengthens the fucking process. Because you're playing with a shitty fucking peripheral that doesn't fucking work half the fucking time. So, yeah, you fucking waste of space games. Fucking waste of time, waste of existence, fuck off. Finally, I have a Tony Hawk game here I can actually talk about from experience here, and that's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD. I remember fucking playing this game ages ago, and I was wary. I was fucking wary, because guess what? I didn't actually buy this fucking game. I didn't buy it. Because I was wary, because of fucking Robomodo. That's why. I don't understand how people don't get this, right? You're gonna do your research, aren't you? You're gonna look into a fucking developer. And when I knew that Robomodo was the one making this game, I was like, oh, the creators of Tony Hawk's Shred and Tony Hawk's Ride? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna fucking buy that. So I didn't. Instead, what I did is do what a wise man does, and I fucking sold the 7 Cs for a copy of the fucking game, and got a fucking copy of the fucking game, and played it, all for the low price of free. Oh, look at that. Fucking magical, right? So yeah, I played the game, and yeah, it was probably the best game Robomondo's ever made. That's a skateboarding game, that is. Could be the best game they ever made, who fucking knows. But it still felt fairly jank in quite a lot of places, like really, really jank. Yeah, it was a fair attempt. That's all I would say. It ain't good. It ain't fucking bad. It's just a fair attempt at a fucking skateboarding game. It's basically what we're getting this year. But this year we're getting this game, but made by actual competent fucking developers, that being Visarious Visions. Because yeah, this game pretty much is what Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. It pretty much is, with the exception of that. Instead, this game, Pro Skater HD, has levels from Pro Skater and Pro Skater 2 put into one game, so this means some levels are missing from the game. Whereas obviously, I guess the new remasters are gonna have all of the levels from the Pro Skater and Pro Skater 2. But yeah, in terms of controls, this game's okay. It's fine. You know, you see me bailing a lot, but I'm just having fun with the ragdoll and pissing about. And in all fairness, the ragdoll isn't as fun as Skate's ragdoll. That's 100% certain. But yeah, this is a fair attempt. The controls are fine. It's a little bit janky. It's fucking, you go up a ramp to go into a grind. It just snaps to the fucking grind, to the rail or the ramp, or the top of the ramp or whatever you want to call it. And it is a bit awkward, but it's a fair attempt at a skateboarding game. Fucking, it took Robomodo this long to actually be able to make a fucking semi-decent, not great, semi-decent fucking skateboarding game. It's sad. It really is sad. But yeah. So I don't even know what fucking happened there. But yeah, that's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD. If you want to procure yourself a copy of this game now, yeah, good luck. It's not on Steam anymore. It got removed off of Steam back in July 2017, if I remember correctly. Because, yeah. Yeah, so if you want to acquire this game, you're going to have to sell the 7 Cs like I did. Just to let you know ahead of time. Unless you can get a 360 version of the game, copy of the game. And it's probably still on there. It's still got fucking Pro Skater 5 on there. And speaking of Pro Skater 5, guess what we're going to be talking about next? And here we have it, folks. The worst possible piece of fucking shit that you could get your fucking hands on from my boys at Activision. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. So yeah, Guess what, right? Guess what, right? I wanted to get the PS4 version of this game, but apparently it's fucking $20. And I thought, well, it's not $20, it's about $25. And I thought, wow, I want to pay the least amount fucking possible for this game. And it turns out the least amount you can pay for this game is about $10. And that's the Xbox One version. Well, guess what? I don't have a fucking Xbox One, so I can't, I can't get that version. On the other hand, though, somehow, through some magic of reason, the Xbox 360 version is still for sale. It's still for sale. So I was like, okay, if it's still for sale, could it be possible that I could get myself a key of some kind? Or maybe somebody's selling it. I found a key for this game. I don't know how I fucking did it. From fucking some dodgy website, but I got it. And I managed to get it for fairly cheap. So I was able to experience Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 on the Xbox 360, which I thought would be a much more interesting experience because no one seems to talk about those versions. And guess what? It's not as bad as everyone says it is. It really isn't. It's a little bit more janky than Pro Skater HD. A little bit more janky than Pro Skater HD. Gravity's a bit fucking strange in this game, if I be completely honest. Because basically, gravity just decides randomly whether or not I'm going to shove you to the fucking ground. And apparently that's something to do with some other mechanic of the game that I'm unaware of, that I don't give a fuck about, really, if I'll be honest. But in terms of doing tricks, yeah, I can do tricks. Wall ride, grinds, do kickflip, do some tricks. Yeah, I can do tricks. I can do tricks fairly easily. Manuals, anything. It's not like I fail massively hard. I experience pretty much no glitches through me playing this game, which is one of the main complaints people had with this game, is that it had loads of fucking glitches. You were falling through the world and shit. I don't know. I don't personally think that Activision really cares about fucking fixing it. So this must be like the 1.0 version, and I didn't really experience many glitches. As you can see, I'm bailing here, and I bailed before on the rail there, and I kind of clipped through for a second, but I bailed because of my own reason. You know, I failed to land a trick properly. So yeah, I honestly don't get. I can understand why people hate this game. It's completely reasonable. It is a dog shit Tony Hawk game. Don't get me wrong. But it's playable. It isn't a broken mess like people said it was. Maybe the PS4 and Xbox One versions are a broken fucking mess. But the Xbox 360 versions, yeah, it works. You know, it works about as well as Pro Skater HD. And if I be honest, Pro Skater HD is better than this game. Don't get me wrong. But only slightly. It really is only slightly. There's two factors that I don't like about this game. Number one, what's up with the gravity, right? It's just really fucked. Again, there might be another mechanic I'm not familiar with that's causing that to happen. Also, yeah, it's a bit strange. Yeah, the second thing I want to mention that I don't like about this game is the fact that you go from 0 to 60 in fucking 0 seconds. Like, literally, boom. You see that? Boom. He literally doesn't build up speed like in previous Tony Hawk games. He literally just, puts his foot on the ground once, pushes himself forward once, and suddenly you're going at 60 miles a fucking hour. That's the other thing I don't like about this game, because if you're in a close kind of quarters area and you're just trying to get back on track, then it's an issue. It is a fucking issue. You get fucking cool shit. In case you're wondering what the blue thing is, basically when you get the special meter and you can activate the special meter, you can pull off some extra cool tricks, I guess, and your board glows blue, and I think there's flames at some other point and whatnot. And it's meh. But yeah, this game's not as terrible as everyone says it was. It's not as terrible. Maybe the PS4 version, the Xbox One versions are worse, but the Xbox 360 version isn't as terrible as I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be unplayable. I thought this was going to be borderline unplayable, but it's pretty playable. Like I said, don't get me wrong, it ain't fucking good, but it's at least somewhat playable. There's a lot of advertising in this game as well. You see GoPro back there. There's a lot of fucking advertising for a lot of different things. This is just the first fucking level, by the way. The barracks, I think it's called. I don't care enough to fucking try and play any more of this game than I have to. I played half an hour and that's fucking enough. I don't ever have plans of playing the game ever again. So, yeah, I can understand, one of the things people were complaining about that was that you got these markers around here and you go over to them and you can activate a challenge there. But then if you go into the start menu, you can activate it there as well, so you don't even have to go to those markers. And I was like, hey, guess what? Other game has that. Skate fucking has that. And it's pretty good because, the difference is, I feel like they might have copied that from Skate. Kind of. But the difference here is this is just a fucking mediocre small level, whereas with Skate you've got an open world pretty much, a really big open city to play around in. So those markers help, because it allows you to kind of fast travel to different points, pretty much. Even if they're not intended to be used that way, that's a pretty cool feature that you can do. And in this game is completely pointless. But yeah, that's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. Not a complete waste of space on the 360, but still probably it's not the worst Tony Hawk's game in existence. Literally, the worst Tony Hawk's game in existence is probably a three-way tie between Tony Hawk's Motion, Ride, and Shred. They're all equally bad in their own fucking rights. Don't get me wrong, this is the second worst fucking Tony Hawk game if you group those three together. And then after that, you've got Pro Skater HD, which is not good, is it, having a developer like Robomondo? Literally, all you're known for is shit Tony Hawk games. I kind of do feel sorry for them. I hope that they're making games that they want to make now instead of shitty games. But yeah, it's just, I would say don't ever play this game. Unless you're extremely curious like I was, just don't bother. It's not worth your time. Just don't bother. Yeah. And there you have it. That's all of the Tony Hawk games that have absolute fucking dog shit. There you go. That's all of them. That's every single one. And lo and behold, that's it. That's it for the Tony Hawk series. I have no more Tony Hawk video games to talk about. We're done. We're fucking done. Now, until Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 HD comes out, whatever you want to fucking call it, I have not no Tony Hawk games to talk about. So, that's it. Every single game that was featured in this video today was dog shit. Don't ever play any of them. Don't. That's my advice. Don't. If you're a fan of Tony Hawk's, unless you're really curious like I am, don't bother. Just don't fucking bother, right? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you had a laugh out of it, at least, somewhat. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I've been Bio, and like I said, there's still more skateboarding videos to come. There's still quite a few that I'm planning to do. Just this is where Tony Hawk pretty much ends until Pro Skater 1+2 comes out. That's where it pretty much ends. And I wasn't even planning to do Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. Again, I started making this series way before that, and Skate 4 got announced. So, yeah, so it turns out there's going to be an extra Tony Hawk video than I was planning. But yeah, in terms of the simple skating series, there's still quite a few videos left. We're going to be moving onto a different platform entirely in the next video, and it's going to stay there pretty much. So yeah, either way, I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.